Well, the radar says the heavy stuff still a few hours away, but snow is falling as we near kickoff at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New England Patriots. Here's the punter, Jake Bailey, ready to do the honors. And we are underway in Foxborough. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Darnold looking to start with a pass. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now it's Darnold. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and now we'll send them back to the drawing board.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here's Aaron Sipas on down the punt on 4th down. Jabril Peppers deep to receive. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Patriots take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the...
Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Partner, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close. And it's not something they even imagine because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice talking about what they need to get done, working on it, showing them how to take care of the football, and emphasizing what it means in terms of winning, they've got to just be puzzled right now that they're not taking care of the ball better.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Of course, he's coming off that NFC Offensive Player of the Week performance. 2 scores in that game a week ago.
And how did he get them? Speed is one thing, but how about the niftiness in his route running, able to cross people up in the secondary and make sure that they can't quite get to him before the ball arrives. He's something after the catch as well.
Darnold on 1st down. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Mostert will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
Now Darnold on third and goal. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Juwan Bentley. And the Patriots are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Running the ball can be a struggle in this part of the field. In fact, it's a perfect spot for defenders to pin their ears back and try and work upfield, and they capture him for a loss.
From the end zone, Watson. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. To throw is Watson. And his throw is incomplete. The Patriots at 11-5 on the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
And he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From the 41, Watson. Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Pats are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. A gain of 3, second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
That's good for 28 yards.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
The most famous one of my lifetime, I think, is got to be 0-1, right? Raiders, Patriots, to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust?
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take the blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Darnold from the gun. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Darnold. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this 1st quarter. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Patriots are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Faking the give. Now Watson. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown, Patriots. Evan Ingram with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Pats post the first points in the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Stevenson elects not to return it. It's a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. And this is going to be an Eagles 1st down as good running gets them to about the 44.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. 1st and 10, Darnold. And this is caught by Watkins. And they're going to get this up to midfield. From the 50, it's Darnold. That's complete to DK Metcalf. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
A 1st down throw, Darnold. Again, that's Watkins. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down. Here's Darnold. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DK Metcalf. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Elliott good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. We do know that they are postseason bound, but they're leaking a little oil, so to speak, as they kind of limp into January.
Yeah, and that oil can set fire to their season, can't it?
Look at that.
See what I did there? But here's the thing that we've both seen in the NFL. Teams down the stretch playing really well. Sometimes it doesn't carry over into the playoffs. Sometimes teams that aren't playing well now, if they have good leadership in the head coaching spot and the coaching staff and within the locker room, they can find a way to turn it around. But no one wants to be on a losing streak as they head into the playoffs.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now it's Watson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Myers. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. Good move at the 30. And he's taken down inside the 30. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot 1st down. Here's Watson. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Damian Harris, 29 yards. And the Patriots have taken the lead. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here comes Marquez Stevenson now from his end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. That'd be the total.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Deshaun Watson scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Stevenson now is going to bring this out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
From the 31, Darnold. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way into the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy made the play. He gets the points. But it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation, time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
Stevenson now is going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And completes it again to Metcalf. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. Now Darnold. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up at halftime while the two of us head for warmer areas of the press box. We'll be sending you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
To the air again, Darnold. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally. Back to throw, Darnold. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. From 8 yards out. And the Eagles get a bit closer. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that cuts this lead down to 13. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On 2nd and 10, Watson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. But let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works. Sometimes they're ready for you. And that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Watson. And that is incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. And Darnold just beating the play clock. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Darnold. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And the Pats are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
To the air yet again, Watson. And this one is incomplete.
I thought that was a completed pass until he came in and forced the ball from his hands. Not only did he make a nice play, he brings up 4th down.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Stevenson now is going to bring this out. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. 1 second, all that remains. He'll buy some time right. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. Harris starts the drive on the ground. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Darnold now to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Darnold looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Again, Darnold. And now here's another interception. And the Patriots are going to take over at their own 41. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Now a 1st down throw, Watson. The 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 34. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Watson now to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Devin White defeating the offensive line and getting to the quarterback. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Back to throw here. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides will be thrilled with that.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here. And my goodness, another interception. And the Pats are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to throw, Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Evan Ingram, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Patriots take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Pinheiro's extra point up and good. And that will bump the lead up to 26. Stevenson now is going to bring this out. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. To throw is Darnold. And one more time, that's Watkins. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Darnold to throw again. This is caught at the 20. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Patriots are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
A 2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action from Foxborough. From the gun, here's Watson. This one to Bourne, and he's got it. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Here's Watson. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick-6 on the other side, and now they get a pick-6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick-6 from earlier in this game?
This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. And they turned the pick-6 into a pick-8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized a little bit on top.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Watson's throw there complete to Myers. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On third down, here's Harris. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. To throw is Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And this one into the hands of Ingram downfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Over the middle, complete. That's Watkins. And this offense on 3rd down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's Darnold. Again, that's Watkins. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Darnold. Going deep here for Watkins. And my goodness, another interception. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Pats are going to have it here just past the 25. Another solid game-changing play for this defense with the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, those stories about someone left their keeper.
And he loses the football the 2nd time. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner. You know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes, indeed. Precipitation's winning in a big way. Sloppy. All these turnovers right now.
Yeah, well, this was the forecast. We got what was forecasted, and we've gotten a lot of turnovers. So following the fumble recovery, here's Darnold. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Touchdown, Eagles. A.J. Brown from 4 yards out. And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
It's a run with Mostert, and he's going to get in for the 2 points, and that'll make this a 10-point game. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass, so you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
This one fielded at the 5.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've got the 2-score lead. Look, though, they fumbled last possession, led to a touchdown. So while things look good here at this stage in the 4th, they got to be careful.
They definitely do because they've actually brought them back into it, haven't they? They've given them hope once again. Their purpose on this drive, squash that hope one more time.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. 70 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, about that, a new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll try the air now with Watson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Watson. He's going to go up top again. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
From the end zone, here's Darnold. Catch is made by Metcalf. And some room to maneuver. Past the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DK Metcalf. with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Elliott good with a PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game here in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at the earliest opportunity or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
On the give, this is Harris. Shreds him with a stiff arm. 82 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
7 yards there and a first down. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. They run again with Harris. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. New England on 3rd down. Lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Hassan Reddick drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. Boy, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you overset, they'll come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense. And right now, you've got to pay attention to this edge rusher on every single down.
39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Now Darnold. They'll hit Mostert again here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, it wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
Second and 10. Darnold. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Trying to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Darnold to throw. Connecting quickly with Goddard. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. And with that pass, CD, he's now over 400 yards in the game. And even in a pass-first league, that is still a tough benchmark to hit.
And all week leading up to this one, all we read, heard about was the confidence he had that he could put up big numbers. Kudos to him for coming out here with that belief in himself and for making it happen.
Here's Darnold. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Patriots are going to take possession of the football. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
Down to a knee goes Watson, and that should just about do it for this ball game. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blow.